happy people out there? It's Better Check here. Today I want to talk about extreme thinking. You get the far right, you got the far left. Really, if you're extreme right and extreme left, it's not doing anybody any good. I can't say I understand what the extreme rights are all about. From my point of view, I see that they're really about themselves, kind of self centered. Um, a case in point, I think about, our former, if you want to be president, DT, and everything he did was for himself. How can he make himself, higher than everybody else? That's pretty much what he was all about. And his followers, I don't understand why they couldn't see that, or they can't. I mean, they're still in that trance, I guess. I don't know how to call it. I mean, I don't understand how they can't see him for who he is. He is about himself. He will do whatever it takes to be bigger than everyone. And that's pretty much what he did. That's pretty much how he ran his whole term. He separated everybody. I've never felt so separated from people, American people, in my life than when he was in office. When he was running for president and when he was in office, I felt like America was so separated, segregated. Everyone was against each other. Everybody ripped each other apart. Like we felt like we had to defend ourselves. The left had to defend themselves against the tyranny, against the racism, the hatred, the homophobia, transphobia. He brought that out in everybody. And yes, we have a right to feel however we want to feel. But I've never, ever seen us be so separated than in that time that Trump was president. Now, here's the thing. He and all his followers are very much, the rules and our rights, and yeah, nobody wants to go against your rights. The left is not about taking your rights away from you. What the left is trying to do is live their lives. And the right can live the lives the way they want to, and just let the left live their lives the way they want to as well. How hard is that? But no. Again, my opinion is the right, people on the far right are very much in it for themselves. If I'm wrong, please let me know. Now, the far left is all about equality and how we can all be the same. Totally. I like this. I like that. We also want freedom. We also want our rights. We also, live by the amendments. We believe in rights too, but we believe in living our lives. And if you don't want to do certain things, don't do them. But don't also tell me that I can't do them. You know what I mean? If we're doing something that doesn't hurt anybody else, let me live my life. And I think that's great. I mean, the left is for everyone. The left, people who are on the far left, are all about everyone. How can we help everyone? Not how can I help myself? Which I'll always be more left than right, because I do feel like, we have rights too. We have the right to live our life as long as we're not hurting anybody else, as long as we're not, going out killing people and, you know, shooting people. We should be able to live our lives the way we want to. Now, here's the thing. The problem is that we need to come in the middle and meet in the middle. And I know that libertarians are in that spot. They get it. They want to meet in the middle too, but nobody wants to do that. So that's why we still have just Democrats against Republicans, because nobody wants to admit that a middle place is better. And I mean, I don't know. I don't claim to know everything, but here's the thing. When we talk about everybody in a certain group, we can't say that 100% of those people are all good people. Okay? I'm going to talk about I'm going to use an example of Caitlyn Jenner. I can't stand her. Is it because she's trans? Hell no. I think what she did and how she came out and how she did it publicly, I think is brave and is something that the world needed to see how masculine man who, was an Olympic athlete and, married, had kids. He came out as trans and transitioned, and people needed to see that. But I don't like her. So, I can't say that all trans people are the best and blah, blah, because no, I don't like her. But what she did was brave, and what she did was, good, because she's actually a Republican, and you would think that she would see the injustice and how there are so many people on the Republican side who are against her because she transitioned. Oh, they liked her when she was Bruce, but now that she's Caitlyn, nobody likes her on that side. But she's still a Republican, and she's still, pro-Trump, which I don't understand. But I don't think she's a very nice person. I don't know. She just seems like I don't know. I just don't like her. I don't know that I like Bruce either. I don't know, because I didn't really watch like the Kardashians and stuff. So I don't really know, what he was like. But I don't know. I just don't like her. But do trans lives matter? Hell yeah. Do I understand it? No, I don't fully understand it. I'm not in that position. But do I support trans people? Yes. Trans lives do matter. The whole transitioning of a person matters. We should have no say in what somebody else wants to do with their body. They're not hurting anybody. If you don't like what they're doing, don't do it. You have nothing to say about that. But everyone has a right to feel how they feel, to live in the body that they want to live in. It's society is basically against, not all society, but it's just not the societal norm to feel that way. Boys do boy things, girls do girl things. Girls wear dresses, boys wear pants. But you know what? Who made that rule? Right? Who made that rule? Why can't you just wear whatever you want to wear? Play with what you want to play with. If you're a boy and you want to play with Barbies, I can play with Barbies. I remember one of my first toys was like a car. There's like a little button on the bottom of it. It's a bug. There's a little button on the bottom of it and just like, rolls around, has lights on it and stuff like that. That was what I played with. And I also remember my great grandma wanted me to give it to my cousin because, he was a boy. I don't know if I ended up giving it to him or not. But, I shouldn't have been playing with cars. Look at that. I'm grateful that my family just let me play with cars. Hey, what's the big deal? But since, we force these gender roles on people, people feel like they have to choose. And not everybody likes it. I'm getting off the subject here. I wanted to talk about the far right and the far left. We need to meet in the middle, people. Extremes are what's killing us. Not every person is a good person. We don't like getting judged by the color of our skin, our sexuality, our genders, our gender roles, our gender identity. Like, we don't like getting judged by those kind of things. But aren't we, in fact, judging people by saying that all in that group are good? What about the people in jails? How did they get there? I know not all of them were, guilty. There are some people that are in jail that shouldn't be in there. That's besides the point. But what I'm talking about is we all need to be good people so we can be judged by our own merit. We need to stop perpetuating the stereotypes. When you walk down the street, women don't feel safe. If you're a guy, do you ever walk down the street and not feel safe at nighttime? When do you ever not feel safe? Think about it. Women, it's double. We need to be better people. We need to own up to things that we do wrong. We need to be respectful. We need to be respectful of other humans. People who steal things from people. You steal from people that are in your own neighborhood. I remember many years ago, a neighbor across the street saw one of our other neighbors go and steal a TV from my next door neighbor. Stealing from our own neighbors? Come on. I mean, I'm not saying stealing is good because it's really not. Um, but people work hard for what they have. And it shouldn't be taken lightly. I mean, I know people, can't get jobs and stuff, but there's ways to do things without stealing from other hardworking people. Again, far left, far right. Nobody's looking in between. Nobody's looking at people who are in a certain community who, aren't really doing anything to hold up the community. People tear it down, and then other people have to work harder to bring it back up. It really sucks. But I guess we can't give people things because of whether they're good or not, right? Because who's the one that's going to judge for that? We can't just, oh, well, you're not a good person, you don't deserve to get this. So, we all suffer for it. We all suffer for it. I know I'm going to get into some trouble with what I'm about to talk about, but I mean, let's talk, right? So in my last job, well, not this last job, but the job before, I had a job that helped seniors. And the seniors, there's just one in particular that really got me to kind of see things and become very bitter, was somebody who was not a citizen, not sure if she ever worked here ever, but she was living in these apartments for low-income people, low-income seniors. She was probably paying about $250 for, one-bedroom apartment, and these apartments were fabulous. I mean, the apartments are great. The property was great, very strict, but great. So is it like? So she was getting, it was like the original amount of the rent is, like $1,600, and she was only paying $250. Okay, so $250 in rent a month. Plus, she was receiving a personal caregiver that was being paid by the state. I'm not sure how many hours, but somebody could be there pretty much like 6 hours a day to be with her, to help her cook, to help her, take her to run errands, to help her with her medication, take her to doctor's appointments and stuff like that. So let's say like almost a full-time person there. Let's just say 30 hours a week that the state was paying somebody to take care of her. Plus, she was receiving Medicare, Medi-Cal, food stamps. By adding all of this together, I came up to about $75,000 a year that this person was receiving in benefits to live here without ever having worked here, does not speak English. I mean, really, she was actually making more money than I was making at that job. After I finally realized how much it was that she was receiving in benefits, I started getting very angry. I started getting very angry at the people who were receiving all the same amount of, benefits and wanted more. One person was telling me that, oh, I don't need to live here, I'm just saving on rent. Take your benefits, appreciate it, be thankful. You're just as good as your neighbor. You're just as important as your neighbor is. And it really got to me. It really did. I had, I forgot, the utility benefits too. They would get a lot of utility discounts. Utility discounts, free phone, or low, a discount on the phone services. It's a lot. But that's what we're doing. We're fighting for that. The lefts are fighting for that kind of thing. Meanwhile, here I am, born here, worked all my life, went to school, have a master's degree, and you know what? I have no health insurance right now. How's that fair? We're not fighting for the right things. How do the right not see that we need insurance for all? But, we probably have a deficit because we probably don't have enough money to even make sure that all Americans have health insurance. Because we are giving a lot of money to non-citizens. People who didn't work for their Social Security. I don't understand how they're getting Social Security, to be honest with you, but they are getting Social Security income. So I wish somebody would just help us meet in the middle. We're going to get a Democratic president one day, and they are going to help us meet in the middle. Hopefully. What are your thoughts on this? Far left, far right? We really just need to meet in the middle. Talk to you soon.